mansplaining is a derogatory term of a man seeing a woman as incompetent and trying to educate her on how to do something or a different perspective, and it's perceived to be done in a condescending way. However, mansplaining in the context of a marriage with a woman and a good man, he's not mansplaining. There's no condescending or patronizing intent of a good man giving a different perspective or giving his opinion or offering another way to do something. A good man's intention is to be helpful and constructive, and he's genuine, and he's trying to be supportive. Whereas our intention as a woman, if we're honest with ourselves, is to be condescending and patronizing. And maybe with the facade, the mask of being genuine and helpful or kind and trying to be supportive and constructive. But we're not. We're coming from a place where it's a form of control. It's a form of the need to be right. And a form of expressing our superiority of how we think we're better than, we think better than, we know better than. And it's a very, very destructive pattern. That's why some good men I have talked to struggle to understand what mansplaining is. That they've heard the term, and maybe their wife or someone else in their life has accused them of mansplaining, and they literally can't understand the concept. They don't understand it because they're not doing it. They're in their nature just being genuine and helpful. That's the nature of a good man. And researching this topic, I found some fascinating feminist articles. Of one of my favorite title was "Womansplaining, Not a Thing, Never Has Been, Never Will Be." And what a delusional take that is. The reason that women have come up with this term mansplaining is a projection. It's a projection of our own behavior because it is so pervasive in how we operate in the world. For sure in a marriage, and absolutely in other aspects of our lives. And projecting, putting our own behavior and putting it onto men is a way to avoid accountability and avoid having to expose and see ourselves in our own destructive behaviors. That's why I like to teach about the phrase of, if you spot it, you got it. And what I mean by that, because sometimes that can be confusing, is when you see something in another, like a woman seeing a man as being mansplaining, and she is upset, triggered, emotionally charged by it, and essentially a victim to it, the reason we see that is because that's us. And we don't want to know that that is us. But we are so sensitive as women. We are so sensitive and so fragile that we cannot take constructive perspectives on how to do things or other ways of thinking, which is why we get so upset and so triggered when we think a man is being condescending to us or telling us how to do something and are so offended by it. It is a projection of who we are and how we operate in the world to exert our rightness.